Hi, welcome. Hope Zvara here, and today is day 29 of our 40 days on the mat. And today we're working a little bit with hips and spine. And so we all have 10 minutes, and so I'm going to keep this practice short and sweet, but definitely something that's powerful and potent. What you'll need is some blocks and some space to roll out your yoga mat. Let's begin. Open the feet wide into a straddle and turn the toes forward. Now, depending on how open your hips are, play with the gauge of your straddle. Neutral pelvis, exhale, fold your hips and bring your hands towards the floor. Hugging your sit bones together, relax your head and try to stay anchored in the feet without rolling to the outsides of the ankles. Inhale through the nose and feel free to bend your knees and kind of play with moving your glutes inside and moving your sit bones and trying to make some space. Inhale, exhale, roll yourself up halfway. Now side lunge over to the right. So bend the right knee and press through the outside edge of the left leg, keeping the left thigh strong. Lean to the inside of your right knee and thigh. Keep the front belly nice and active. Depending on how open you are, lower your head and shoulders and slide your right shoulder under the knee. Possibly reach your left arm to the right. So you can reach that left arm even if you're not sliding under the knee. So let's create a nice long line, stretch and strengthen simultaneously. Exhale. And then roll through center. Let's try the opposite side. Exhale without dropping your pelvis forward and losing that core stability. Side lunge now to the left. Lean to the inside of the knee with your elbow and shoulder. Keep your right leg strong, thigh muscle is toned. And again, either stay here, you can just add the arm reach, or you can lower your shoulder and create a little bit more intensity. Only go as far as your body will allow and to that point where you can actually breathe. And then float back to center. Let's side lunge again. I'm going to take a block with, so if you don't have one over at your right, take one with. Side lunge again to the right. Bend your right knee, thigh muscle is firm. Lean to the inside of the leg. Nice long spine, nice open hips. Now turn your right toes out to the right, left toes slowly into some sort of an angle. If the floor seems too far away, your block is just simply lifting the floor. The goal is not to touch the floor, but to create openness in the hips. Fold to the bottom, elbow turns in line with the toes. Lengthen your lower back and stay strong through your pelvic core. Now inhale, lift with the elbow and turn your chest open without turning the bottom arm in. Let's open through the body into lateral angle. Inhale through the nose. I could definitely be here on my forearm and my thigh if necessary. Exhale through the nose. Any glute pinching on the glute of that front leg, we want to turn the pelvis almost into a tucked position, keeping that pelvic core nice and strong. Inhale through the nose. Full rotation with the neck, chin to shoulder. Exhale. Now anchor into the back leg. Inhale, exhale, warrior two. Level your hips without letting the front knee collapse. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Without projecting the front body forward, stay nice and strong through the front line of your chest and belly. Inhale. Full rotation on the neck. Exhale. Really bring quality into these 10 minutes. Inhale, cactus arms, palms face my head. Turn now out with your left toes so you're in goddess or high squat. So toes turn out. If your hips are a little bit tighter, the feet are going to be more forward. Contract the outside and lower glutes. Contract through the pelvic core and front belly. Exhale, lower your hips down, feeling a nice stretch. Inhale. Extend the arms alongside the ears, interlace the fingers, drop your shoulders without overly projecting the chest. Breathe, press into the balls of the feet. Exhale, hands to heart. Straighten the feet parallel. Exhale, bow down. Inhale through the nose, firm up through the legs. Exhale, if necessary, bend the knees. A nice ankle, calf, and glute stretch. Let's go the opposite way. Turn now. Let's side lunge over to your left. Lean to the inside of the knee. Create some good space here. Stay firm on your straight legs quadricep. That will aid in and try not to lock the knee. And now rotate out. We're going for that lateral angle. Blocks can always be helpful. Use the block at an appropriate height based on the willingness of your shoulders. So the shoulder line is higher than the hip line versus kind of this awkward position because we feel like we have to have our hand on the floor. Pin the arm into the inside of the leg, turn the fold of the elbow forward to keep the bottom shoulder open. I like to tuck the arm initially. Feel the lower back lengthen as you open yourself up. Remember again, the glute of that front leg is rolling back and open rather than coming forward and up. Inhale and exhale. Now inhale, top arm comes up, exhale, level your hips, and if necessary, adjust your stride. I'm feeling like I'm pushing into my front leg. Inhale, open the arms, not to overly wing that back arm open. Full rotation with the head, neck, and eyes. Inhale, press into your feet. Exhale, contract, feel the energy rise through the spine. Inhale, cactus arms, palms face your head. Turn out now with your right toes and back into malasana or high squat. Oh, and I gotta fall right over. Keep the thighs rolling out and the lower glutes contracting. Draw up through the line of the pelvic core as you sink into your hips, pressing into the balls of the feet. Either stay in cactus arms, or I'm not gonna let my elbows wing out. I'm gonna keep that rotation, broadness in the back, steeple as you drop the hips. Now, if you're ready to, lift the heels. Doing great. Exhale, hands to prayer, lengthen through the legs. Turn your feet parallel, back into straddle. Inhale through the nose, move your hips. Notice if your pelvis feels sticky or immobile. We want to be able to have some fluidity in the hips and pelvis, which will definitely help our lower back and our shoulders. Bend your knees, step, jump, or walk the feet together into a cross-legged position. Nice work. Turn yourself onto your back and have one block nearby. So as you come onto your back, lengthen onto the floor. Grab your block now and turn it to the lower mid-level. Lift your hips and slide your back on top of that block. We want to be able to have the sacrum on the block, not on the spine. So it's kind of right in line where you wear your pants. Possibly holding the block in place, lift your hips and let the top edge of the block closest to your shoulders kind of come right in line with the top edge of the sacrum. So you feel like that sacrum is pulling away from the lower spine. Flex your feet and either stay here, straight or slightly bent knees. Start to tip the legs in. Just feeling a nice little pressure right onto your top of your sacrum. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Now slowly pendulum the legs back up until you feel that edge of your block and the sacrum meeting really nicely. Stay there. Lower your right leg all the way down and bring your right knee, or left knee in, and anchor through the straight leg as you bring the bent knee in, focusing more on bringing the leg out of its socket rather than yanking the pelvis with. And I'm only bringing my bent knee in as much as I can stretch out through my straight leg, trying to keep the toes and knee to the sky. Breathe. Now bring that leg back up, steady on the block, switch legs. So now I'm lowering my opposite. All I'm going to do is hold my bent knee momentarily until that bottom leg drops. Now I'm noticing my leg wants to swing out to the right quite a bit due to the restriction. So keep the leg beneath the hip socket, which may make things more difficult, but you're in the right muscle groups, and that's really the most important thing. It can be difficult for people to become patient enough to move more slowly. But what happens is we give our brain and our body time to actually start using the right muscle groups versus just trying to go through the movements. Inhale through the nose, reach through the heel. Again, I'm trying to draw my leg out of my hip socket. Soft face, soft eyes, soft jaw. And now slide your bent knee out to meet your opposite leg. I'm going to turn my block down just one level. And with your hips resting on the block, legs go open to each corner of the mat. Arms go open so you're in pentacle pose. And we'll take about a minute here in kind of a nice open hip relaxation. Follow your breath. Slowly bend your knees, release your arms down, lift your hips to remove your block, and roll yourself off to your side. Use your top hand for help as you press yourself up. It's amazing what you can accomplish in 10 minutes. I often think, if I wouldn't have done that 10 minutes, would I have done anything at all? And I think sometimes we get so busy in life that we forget to take time for ourselves. So let that be your mantra today. You are important, you are of value, and take time for you. Until I see you again, which I hope is soon, namaste.